Welcome back everybody, my name is Moon, I work for KayBoops, and today we are continuing our journey of going back through the discographies of different K-pop groups. On the last episode, we reviewed Twice's debut album titled The Story Begins. So that means for today, we will continue chronologically and we'll be reviewing their next album titled Page 2. This album was released on like April 25th of 2016 or something like that. I don't know. I don't really do research on these type of things. Since it was released so long ago, I would assume some of the songs and some of the song styles might be a bit dated. But let's hope not, because I want to make sure I leave this review feeling happier than ever. Yeah, I have a bad feeling about this. So without further ado, my name is Moon. This is Page 2 by Twice. This is some Vampire Survivors gameplay to keep you distracted, and let's get on with the review. Now, this is their debut song for me. Cheer Up clearly outshines Like Ooh Ah. This is mainly because each of the members kind of feel like they get their own shining moments, or at least moments are memorable to them. And even though I'm not that high on the rap on this song, it is much better than Like Ooh Ah's, and at least it's serviceable. Jihyo and Nayeon continue their reign of terror, but at least it feels like the rest of the members got to have some fun as well on the track. And it still feels like Chungyeon's still only getting the final chorus out of like the whole song, but at least she gets the pre-chorus, so I guess that's a plus. However, her chorus that she does sing at the end is just has Jihyo screaming in the background the whole time, so yeah. And I guess I can't really forget to talk about the the most famous part I guess about the song, and that's the sauna part. You guys all know it at this point, so like just listen to the song, you'll realize what it is. Also, a part that I actually prefer more to the sauna part is the bridge, bro. Like, that part is amazing. And please, Mina, I love you, please love me back, please. Anyways, I do really enjoy the bridge of this song. And overall, I just think the song is just great. Like not much else I can say about it. If you've heard the song, you just know the amount of like joy it can bring you, honestly. Also, apparently this is like their first massive hit, and when I say massive, I mean massive, apparently. If I remember anything from my 2 minutes of researching. There's not really much for me to say on this song, besides one little negative, I guess, and it's like the be a real man part. I know nowadays that's kind of a bit dated, like I mentioned earlier in the intro, but as long as you look past that part, it's a pretty enjoyable song. So I won't fret too much over it. And that leads to this song receiving the first ever ranking of 5 boops on this channel. The song is clearly a shining moment in their discography. If you've probably heard it, because like I said earlier, it was a massive hit. Just if you haven't listened to it, just listen to it. It kind of took me a little while to warm up to it, but once I warmed up to it, boy, oh boy, this song is very well deserving of those 5 boops. Now let's see if they can keep up this momentum onto the rest of this album. So, Precious Love. This song, in my opinion, has a really enjoyable pre-chorus and chorus. And I guess this can be kind of attributed to the fact that, the sub-vocalists get a crack at the chorus, and I just think that's a nice change of pace. Also, the rap is alright. There's not really nothing of note of it, in my opinion. Also, apparently this song's like a cover of another existing song, but with Chaeyoung actually writing the lyrics for the rap portion with her and Dahyun. So I guess that's kind of cool. There's not really much for me to say on the song, honestly. It just kind of makes me happy and feel good inside, which I guess is kind of like a cheap way of going out, since I've said that for the previous song too. But this song just makes me feel good. Also, not to sound like I'm simping for Mina a lot on this album, but I really love her voice on this song for some reason. I swear this has no indication on whether or not Mina is high up on my bias list for this group. To get back on track though, this song can be a bit simple, but compared to the rest of the songs that we're gonna have to hear for the rest of this album, I kind of need this type of energy before my ears start begging for something that doesn't make them bleed. So I'm gonna go ahead and give this song a rating of 4 boops, which I think is pretty generous for a cover, you know, of a actually pre-existing song. But I feel like they do it really well, and while I don't even really like the rap part that much, it was alright. It didn't really take away from the listening experience. So yeah, 4 boops for Precious Love. Given that I've only been a fan of Twice for, at the time of recording this, almost a year, I actually don't know how popular this song is within the Twice fandom, but I could at least say that it's definitely not a popular song within my friend group. One of the reasons I don't like this song is because, you know, some of the members just get nothing, and I really hate that, especially on a song that it feels like it's kind of like a group effort and, you know, trying to hype you up. It only feels like you hear the same 5 or 6 voices instead of, you know, the rest of the members, and it kind of just feels a little disingenuous, especially since this song is meant to be like a, you know, a stadium hype up song. I would imagine there'd be more of a group effort from some of the members, but they were not all the members were given a fair distribution. The only part of the song that I do actually enjoy, and what I view as being like the only saving point of this song, would have to be the bridge. And with that bridge, it kind of like solidifies the song as just kind of being made exclusively for performances, it seems. And what I mean by that is just that I would never really want to listen to this song in any other setting besides at a concert or at a, like, you know, a public place, because I'm not listening to this while doing my other tasks throughout the day. Also, this song is kind of just like literally band kid music, and I mean that in both a comedic but also derogatory manner. So I'm gonna go ahead and give the song a rating of 2 boops, because I feel like in that one setting it's really good in, it's probably like a 5 boop, like it potentially is a 5 boop rating. But in every other setting, I can't really see myself ever listen to this song, even if I'm trying to like hype myself up. So I'm just gonna go ahead and give it 2 boops, because I feel like it's kind of inconsistent in which you can actually listen to this song. It's a fun song, but it just gets on my nerves very quickly. Okay, so this album started off with 2 pretty great songs, and then we had a slight hiccup on the road, but it was an understandable hiccup. So let's see if like the rest of this album was really living up to the hype of the first few songs. Okay, so what song is next? Oh, never mind. Tuk Tuk or Tuk Tuk. I don't know how to pronounce this. English is pretty hard for me. This song's alright, I guess. Not really. I do want to say though, I actually like the rap on the song. Well, the one that was used in the pre-chorus that Chaeyoung and Dahyun do pretty well. So I actually like that for once. However, I'm not a big fan of the chorus nor the post-chorus. In fact, I don't even feel like the verses are much better. In fact, they're pretty forgettable, i.e. pretty boring in my opinion. And also the instrumental is not helping the song whatsoever, because it just has this annoying beeping sound in the background. And I can't just like, I can't forget about it when I'm listening to this song. So it just annoys me throughout the song. Like the pre-chorus rap like was like bringing a lot of energy to the song, and I thought the actual chorus was going to continue that and write off that energy that the pre-chorus built. But just like the rest of the song just feels like it went way too easy, and it just kind of just led to the song being underwhelming as a whole. It just felt like the rappers couldn't really save this song because they didn't really feel like they were doing this as a cohesive unit. The rappers being the best part of a song. I would never imagine me saying that for a Twice song. Other than that, I don't really feel like talking about this song more, because it kind of it's just very underwhelming. Especially with the pre-chorus hype that's built up. So I'm gonna give it just 2 boops. I feel like this song kind of just under-delivered as a whole. It felt like it was missing a lot, especially with what the rappers are doing in the pre-chorus. Okay, so, you know, not every song can be great. You know, we start off really good on this album. There's 2 hiccups, but let's see if the rest of the album can, you know, continue to hype. You know, maybe it's just the middle of the songs kind of being a little boring. You know, let's see if this rest of the songs on this album can really finish off great. Okay, so what's the next song? It's oh, come on. Okay, this is Woohoo. I just want to say I really strongly dislike the vibe of this song. Like just the very beginning of the song, like how it starts off, makes me want to wish the worst on the rest of the world. And I mean that only half jokingly. The welcome to my world part is probably the worst thing I have to hear for this entire album. The instrumental is also not helping, because it just feels like it's gonna give me a headache if I keep listening to this song, and it doesn't really lift my spirits. So it's just kind of there being annoying in the background while I have to listen to the rest of the lyrics. I also just don't feel like the rap portion was anything of positive note. But again, most Twice songs, at least early on, kind of fit this vibe, so I can't really talk much about it, unfortunately. I would say the chorus is pretty alright, which is kind of like saving the song a little bit, but it can't really do much heavy lifting, mainly because it's either followed up by the welcome to my world part, or just a weird chanting that they do throughout the song, mainly at the end. So yeah, I guess the only really good part about the song, or I guess the shining member, would have to be Chungyeon, and that's maybe because she gets to sing all three of the choruses, so that's pretty nice. Too bad that the chorus is a whole lot of nothing soup. Overall, I just feel like this song is just pretty boring. It's a whole lot of nothing, unfortunately. Even though it has some okay parts, mainly the chorus, I just feel like the rest of the song is just too boring or obnoxious to listen to. So this song's getting a score of 2 boops. Okay, so we're on the final song of this album, at least for streaming services. And we started off really strong. After the first 2 songs though, every song's kind of been a dud for me. So let's see if they ended off strong. Let's see if Twice have learned from their lesson and decided to actually make a song that was worth listening to, that felt finished, that felt developed, that felt like it actually had passion and impact behind it. And yet again, I have been lied to. I would have to say though that Jihyo tries her butt off in the bridge, only to be followed by just the boring and poorly repetitive chorus. This chorus, like the whole chorus and post-chorus and everything about it, is just one of the most lifeless things I've had to hear from Twice. The instrumental also just kind of feels like it just furthers in stagnating the song, because the song just goes nowhere at all besides the bridge. The rap also has like no impact, but I think it's kind of hard for a rap part to really do anything of positive note if the rest of the song is just bad, honestly. Like this song as a whole just sounds so underdeveloped and unfinished. It's quite literally just mind-numbing music to the core, because there's no sense of progression in the song or sense of importance to any like specific portions. It just feels like this song was not meant to be on an album, because it was not finished. It feels like this song makes me want to remove my headphones whenever I listen to it, but I am gonna give it 2 boops because I don't think it's egregiously bad, but it's extremely underwhelming in my opinion. So yeah, that's a nice way to end this album. Oh wait, what's this? In my 2 minutes of research, I found out that there's a CD exclusive song. What song is this? Oh god. So it seems like JYP decided to sneak in this song on the CD version of this album, meaning it's not available on streaming services. But I'm gonna include it in the review anyway, because I feel like many people in the Twice fandom know of this song for good or for bad reasons. So I'm gonna include it in the review. It's not gonna change the overall score of the album, but I feel like I need to review it since it is part of the album in some aspect. Yeah, the song's just a meme. I feel like it's just a meme. And also, I think they performed it for 16. But that show, I never want to watch it again, so I'm not going to go back and watch it to make sure they actually performed it. And I'm not going to do any more research for this video. To actually talk positively about this song though, I feel like the beginning third of the song, or like the beginning part where it's just like the rap and the energy that is built up, is actually not too bad. Like, I know some of the lyrics are a bit cringy, But I feel like at least it was building up energy and hype. Just that, you know, it's followed up by just one of the worst choruses I've ever had to hear. Not just in K-pop in general, just like legitimately one of the worst things I've ever had to hear. This song just seems to be like the biggest joke song that they have in their entire discography. And I mean that both in the good way of being a joke and also the bad way, because it's just a joke to listen to. Which is unfortunately the only good thing about this song, that's going to be remembered for how just wonky it is. Of course, it does feel like this song was not meant to be taken seriously, especially since, you know, Nayeon, who unfortunately has to sing the chorus. I feel like there's very good reason she hates this song. As a listening experience, this song is just the epitome of annoying and obnoxious, to the point where I actually just hate on this song whenever I get the chance. I'm gonna stop talking bad about it, because it is just, I guess it's a funny song, but I don't ever want to hear this again. It leaves a bad taste in my mouth for this album, but it's not really part of the album. Kinda. It's CD only, which honestly, this is a good thing. It's a good thing that this song is not on streaming services, because I don't even know what I would do with myself. It's only getting a rating of 1 boop, which I'm thinking of just saving for songs that are just outright terrible. And this is one of them. This is a terrible song. I don't know if this is the first 1 boop rating. I think I gave one to a song in The Story Begins. I might have. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't do research. But yeah, this song is not good whatsoever. So overall, it felt like this album was just Twice trying to have a bunch of songs that the audience can chant along with them, because it just feels like this album was just filled with basically concert or performance songs. The album starts off really great. Like there's no greater start you can really have to an album with Cheer Up. It's just an extremely good start and an insanely catchy pop song. Then you have Precious Love following it up, being a pretty decent cover, so I would assume it's pretty well known, at least in Korea. So, you know, it's a pretty decent cover of a pretty well known song. So like the album as a whole is starting off pretty good, right? Well, wrong, because the rest of the album goes straight downhill. The rest of the songs are just filled with either an obnoxious or boring chorus. The raps are very middling for the most part. The production can either be sleep-inducing or just outright obnoxious as well. And just this music that was just made was just plain annoying and undercooked. And because of all this album unfortunately has to receive a score of just 2 boops, despite the strong start that it has. So, recommendation time. Would I recommend this album? This album as a whole entire project? This album I would not recommend. Is this an essential album for Twice? Definitely not. Like I mentioned again, this album as a whole would not be a shining moment in their discography, in my opinion. I know there are some people that really enjoy this album, and I guess in the comments you guys can let me know, like, if there's some people that defend some of the songs I didn't really like. But for me, and just like looking at the rest of their discography, this album does not feel essential whatsoever. Cheer Up, on the other hand, though, the title track, that I think that's like one of the most essential songs for Twice. But talking about this album as a whole, it is not essential. So there you have it, Page 2 by Twice. Rating of 2 boops. And I would not recommend it, nor do I think it's essential, except for Cheer Up. So yeah, on to the end of the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, because I surely didn't. Onto serious business stuff. You know, the next video in this series is going to be a little different, in the sense that I'm actually going to be reviewing the entire first year of Dreamcatcher releases, rather than just one project. This is because their first 2 releases, which are classified as singles, only have 2 songs of them each, not including a intro and an instrumental. So I might as well just kill 2 birds with 1 stone, or in this case 4 birds, and just get their entire first year of releases out of the way, ending off with their first like special single titled Full Moon. Other than that though, Twice and Dreamcatcher are going to be the main priorities as of right now for this K-pop discographies. However, at this point, The first person to actually like comment a K-pop artist or a group that I should check out the discography for, or just an album in general, or probably be included in the actual like season 1 of K-pop discographies. So y'all better get to commenting, because there's only a few spots open, because I already made a whole schedule, and there's only a few spots left for like actual artists that I can continue to review for this series, for season 1 at least. So yeah, y'all better get to it, or I'm gonna be very mad with you, you know. Other than that, and you know, to stop joking around, to end this off seriously, I hope you guys have an okay day, but not really.